friend zone. Hi guys, welcome back. Bro! I'm coming. Why are you coming? Oh my god. Sorry, my hair's like this. But hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Michelle Onka. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are returning, you are a real one. Today is 28th of September, Wednesday 2022, and I have just dropped my first video. If you're watching this and you have not watched that one, go and watch it now. If you're watching this and you have not watched that one, what are you doing here? Today was my first day of classes. I'm actually owing you a video. Anyways, yeah, you already know the update now. I'm doing masters. If you cannot tell already, I am staying with my sister. Okay, we moved to a one-bedroom apartment and we stay together, and I love her so much. If she hears this, she's gonna cry. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy. Can you tell? Should I make this a vlog? I want to tell you about the time that I had an accident. I'll start the story now. I'll probably complete it later on. So, where do we begin? One day last year, 2021, I was staying in Port Harcourt. I did my service in Port Harcourt, and I was staying with my auntie, so my daddy's sister and her family. So this fateful day, this fateful Friday, I used to teach SS1 students. And that Friday I did not have classes, so I did not need to teach on Fridays, and you know, it was the weekend. You know, Friday begins the weekend, so already you're just excited for the weekend. That was the mood I was in. I was just so excited for the weekend. I don't know why. Okay, I know why, but I'm not going to say it. And being so excited, I was in a good mood, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna make spag. I'm gonna make nice spaghetti for everybody in this house. You know, just buy this, buy that, you know, assort it with all kinds. You know, I was so happy. I was smelling good. I think I was looking, how was I looking? I wasn't looking too bad. I was happy. I was not thinking to myself, Michelle, are you going to use both? Are you going to use bus? I said, is it not Market Square that is just here, my normal routes to go and teach? I'm going to use the bus. What? I'm going to use the bus. How am I using both? Who do I think I am? So I said bus it is. I use bus. Yes. Many of my friends already know the story, so for you that have not heard it yet. So yes, I set out and I'm like, I told my uncle that, oh, I'll be back, you know, I just want to go to Market Square to just buy some ingredients. And he was already excited, like, Michelle's going, because, you know, my cooking is, Michelle's going to cook for us, that kind of excitement. So he's like, yeah, go and, you know, come in peace. Nobody is thinking about anything. Just, of course, you are going out, go out and shall come back, like usual, you know. So I went, yeah, and I used keke to go to the junction. I saw my those normal keke bus, you sent the picture here, this type of buses. This guy now, the driver, he was saying he's not, those buses don't usually have conductors. There was no conductor, it was just driver. And he was like, Location, 100 naira. 100 naira location. You know, sometimes you hear the price before you enter the bus. So I had 100 naira now. Normal price, enter. I said, okay, normal price now. Of course, enter. I didn't even think so much. I should entered. And then, you know, I was just minding my business, using my phone. I wasn't talking to my sister, talking to my man friend, you know, talking to people and I was really happy somehow. I was happy, you know, I was even laughing, but then I noticed that the driver was just making really rude remarks to the passengers. There was this lady that was kind of on the big side, but she was not even fat. This was a mom of 3 children, and then she wanted to enter the front seat, and there was no one there, and he was like, "Hey, you pay for 2." And I'm just like, it's not my business though, but do you have this? Like, I was irritated by that, and he was trying to make jokes like for people to laugh, but nobody was laughing. Really, he was trying so hard to make rude comments as jokes. Like, you know how you're just trying to, you're trying to be funny, but at the expense of people. When he even got time to drop her off, he refused to drop her off where she wanted, and she's like, "Can you drop me to pick my kids?" I was just observing all these things, and I'm just like, oh god, I cannot wait to get off this bus. That's even his behavior. Now he's driving. He was just driving anyhow. Like, at turning stops, he would overturn, he would do this, he would do, and I'm just like, what is this? I'm like, did they send this guy to me today? They actually sent him to me. I was already boiling. I was already raising shoulders like, this man should not even try me. When it gets time for me to drop off, this man better behave. I don't care what is wrong with you in your head. When it comes to my turn, you better behave. Don't even try me, okay? When I was about to drop, it was me, another passenger behind, just the 2 of us behind, and then there was one person in front with him, with the driver, who was like his friend or something. So he wasn't like a passenger, it was just like a friend. Me and the guy that were at the back now, we were dropping at the same place. I was like, Market Square. Oh. Of course, he already said 100 naira, right? See, he already said 100 naira at the beginning. I already know that normal price is 100 naira. Yes, economy is going up, but the price then was still 100 naira. Okay, but my keke that I used to go to the bus area, I had 150 naira on me. So I had 100 naira and 50 naira on me. So because I just wanted to quickly just do my thing and just get off the bus, I already put the 50 naira inside my bag. I was holding my phone in my hand, of course, because I was chatting with people, and I was holding the 100 naira in my left hand. So I was telling the guy Market Square. I was like, Market Square, and I was like stretching my 100 naira out to him. So he's driving here. He puts his right hand behind, because I was sitting like a chair. So there's a first chair behind the driver's seat, and then there's the second one. I was sitting on the second row, but my hand is long, obviously, so I could stretch my hand, and the bus is not too big. So I think he uses the front mirror to look at the money, or like he peeps at the money I was giving him, and he saw it was 100, and this guy just like, he does my hand like he flick, like he he does this to my money. He's like, now 50, now 50. Already at this point, already I was angry, and then you flip my money like that, telling me it's 150. I was like, which kind of 150? Now I know they pay any 150. Now they pay you. Collect your 100 naira. I was shouting. I was like raising my voice, basically just saying, I'm not going to pay you any extra 15 naira. You are going to take this 100 naira and you're going to stop me at my stop. And so the guy beside me, He was also pleading, like he also thought it was 100 naira. He's a full-grown man, you know, he's not a small boy. Two people cannot be hot at the same time. So because I was hot like that, he was now going down and saying, oh, God, beg now 100 naira now. Because I wanted to pay 100 naira. So he was now calming down for the guy. He was now going to say, oh yeah, okay, 100 naira. The thing is, if I was calm, he was probably going to say, okay, yeah, I paid the 100 naira. But I wasn't. So he was not already telling the guy, okay, you know what? He now turned to me and said, you Abi? Show you the shout for me, Abi. No worry, you go see who will stop you for your stuff. And when we can't stop this bus, now me and you go enter one trouser. And be in love with you, oh yeah. Yo, today the pressure is getting worse. I'm hungry. Where did I stop? As soon as the bus driver told me that, fear gripped me. And something about me is that, like, fear is anybody's biggest enemy. But me, that statement is really for me because fear is really my biggest enemy. When I'm scared, I can't do shit. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Let's say I want to do something. Let's say be it like sports or an exam or just something in the moment. Like if I'm in the moment and I'm scared, that thing is going to flop no matter how good I am at whatever. When fear enters, everything spoils. It is different if I'm scared, like afterwards when I've done this stuff and I'm maybe scared of the result. But in the moment, if I'm scared, I don't have control over whatever happens to me again, and that's something that's really, really bad. Like, that's something that I'm working on. So when he said that, fear fear filled me, my soul, everything. Like, I was angry, that was one thing, but now I'm scared. Anger plus fear equals to what? Why was I scared? Nigerian people are mad. People are crazy in this world. So this guy can actually do what he's saying he's going to do. What am I going to do? I'm not the one that's going to face him and enter one trouser with him. It's not me. I was like, okay, now if this guy does not stop me at my stop, like he said, I'm going to jump out. I don't know why in my head, now that I think back, I think in my head the keke was not, like the bus wasn't going too fast, or in my head it was, I don't know, it was going to go slow before I jump out. Like I did not calculate the impact, I did not calculate anything. My phone was even on my hand. My phone was in my hand. I was using it. If I had planned it, I would have even put it in my bag. So this guy got to my stop, and as soon as he got to my stop and I saw that he wasn't stopping, yeah, in my mind that was where I was meant to stop, and he wasn't stopping the bus. That was how I jumped out onto the third road where cars were passing. Granted, we were at the side, but it was still a main road and cars were passing. Man, this story is really embarrassing, to be honest. I can't even, like, this story, this situation, it will forever haunt me. I rolled on the floor twice. When I tell you that sense entered my head immediately, the fear gone, everything gone, just sense. It's now sense that just equipped me. Suddenly I'm so smart and I'm so wise, and I'm like, Michelle, Michelle, what did you just do? What did you just do? Hey God, don't worry, I'll show you guys the scars. So I start to feel blood here, and I'm like, before I could even know what was happening, this woman, this past standby woman, is just there screaming like, oh my God, what happened? Why did you jump? Why did you jump? What? She was really worried. I thought my matter, and I was like, in my mind I'm like, oh, but I'm like, why are you so worried? I was like, I didn't expect people to even care, but people actually cared. She was standing there and she was like, what happened? Like, why did you jump? And then I was like, I was mute, like I didn't know what to say. What am I supposed to say? I jumped because of 15 naira. No. I was worried why I was not talking. She's like, what happened? Was it one chance? What was it? I started shaking my head like, I don't know. While all of this is happening, apparently one man that saw what happened stops the bus, like it makes sure that the bus stops and the driver stops. So the driver, the passenger with me at the back and his friend in front, they all come down, and come to me. And then the driver goes, why did you jump? I never stopped now. Why did you jump? Did I say I was not going to stop? Did I say I was not going to stop? Anyways, and I started to explain to the woman that it's because of 15 naira. It wasn't one chance, it was because of 15 naira. Actually, I said that before the driver came. I was like, it's not one chance. It wasn't one chance, it was 15 naira. He said he was not going to stop me and I jumped. And then the driver comes and he says what he was saying, like, eh. Now another lady that saw what was happening, that was driving a car, she stopped too. So now this woman that is helping me, the man that made the driver stop, and this other lady, they're now here gathered around me with the 3 people from the bus. Like, oh, what should we do? What should we do? Let's make sure that there's no broken bone. I was filled with blood. I mean, my knees, my head. But then, see, do you know what my main concern was? You will not guess what my main concern was. By the way, my phone had smashed. My phone smashed on the floor. Obviously, I was just able to fix the screen, but the back could not be fixed. Look, that's why I had to change my phone. I think the speaker or the microphone is somewhere here, so it was really bad. Anyways, this is how the impact was, guys. And it was covered though. It was with this thing. I was more concerned about my face. Like, I didn't see the mirror. I just knew I could feel something really heavy here and something heavy here. I was thinking, wow, I'm deformed for life. Like, my skin is off for life. I didn't even think about the pain, nothing. I now asked the lady, like, how is my face? How is my face? I'm sure in her mind she's like, wow, this girl, really? This is your concern? But she's like, don't worry, you're fine. It's just a bruise. I was like, oh, okay. The lady was not like, let's rush her to the pharmacy, and then that's how they rushed me to the pharmacy. The man was like, she doesn't seem too hurt, doesn't seem like she has broken bones, so she just needs like maybe 2 weeks to heal. And then the one that helped him was really worried. She's like, no, we don't know, we need to check, we don't know, we need to check. So we now went to the nearby pharmacy. They said they don't do first aid. Imagine, Nigeria. So thankfully there was a nearby hospital as well, so we went there. We all went there, and the doctor like just treated my wounds, just like cleaned up my wounds, gave me an injection, gave me painkillers, and yeah, so my phone was dead because this story is long. So you know now my phone was cracked now, so I couldn't reach anybody. And I had my AirPods, but they were dead, but it was still on. My phone started to ring. My uncle was calling me because time had passed and he hadn't heard from me, but I couldn't pick. Now I did not know anybody's number except my parents' number, and I was not about to call them from Lagos. Then what happened, of course. You know what? Let me just finish with what happened with those people. Those people helped me. At the end of the day, they made the driver tell me sorry. They made him give me 1,000 naira. And then one of the women, the other woman that stopped, she paid my hospital bill for me. She was so sweet. It was so nice. Like, I was like, oh, guys, thank you so much. And they're like, because we saw that you are a young girl, and a lady in her prime doing this, why would you do this to yourself? That's how that one ended. So they paid and they now left. But that was after my man friend had come to the hospital with his brother. Now, how did he come to the hospital? So the doctor, she had Snapchat on her phone. I logged into her Snapchat and I contacted my man friend and told him what had happened. Actually, I sent him, I video called him and he was eating at the time. I was like, what? He was distorted. I just said, please come to this place. I sent him the address. He came with his brother and he's a doctor, so he just goes like, what happened? Why? I tell him and he's like, why? You know what? Later on. Yeah, he goes, speaks with the doctor, and we go to the pharmacy. He changes my prescription. He said that the one that the doctor gave was not enough, so he goes and he buys lots of like drugs. Then I wanted to take me home. I did not want to go home yet because I was not ready to face the way I was. So I'm just like, take me to your place. So they now took me to where they were staying, and I charged my AirPods because you know you can pick calls with your AirPods, just double tap. So I could do that. And of course at this point my phone is still buzzing back to back, but I couldn't pick. So yeah, I get to his place and he gives me an injection. I charge my AirPods and I'm finally able to pick calls. And of course I'm picking and I don't know who is speaking. So I pick and it was my auntie from Lagos. She's like, where are you? What happened? I tell her what happened and she's shouting. She's like, where are you? I tell her who I'm with. My auntie calls. I pick the call. She's like, oh my god, Uzamaka, you want to kill me? She has said that me and my man friend should be heading home. She go to her house, back to her house, that she wants to see me. I'll share insert clips at the end of these videos so you know what I'm really talking about. So obviously for 2 weeks after that, I didn't go to school to teach. I stayed home. I dressed my wounds myself because who helped me? Bathing was excruciatingly painful. Like even sleeping was difficult. The amount of sleeping pills I used to take and painkillers, I used to overdose on it like every day for me to actually sleep. That's how painful it all was. Literally, I'm scared for life. It was bittersweet because I was so grateful to not have been dead, because I could have easily died. I could have easily broken bones, but I was also really like sad that I let that happen to me. That was it though. That was what happened. That was one experience that obviously I would never ever forget in my life. Yeah, this was the biggest one. That's the end of my story. My dad said, you allowed yourself to become temporarily insane. This video is very long, sha. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Ciao.
What can't you do? What won't you do? Nothing impossible. Nothing impossible. What can't you do? What won't you do? Nothing impossible with our God. You do not lie, you do not fail. What is hard for you? It doesn't exist yet. It never ever exist. You do not lie, you do not fail. What is hard for you to do? It doesn't exist. It never ever existed. According to your knowledge and your will for me, what you say you have done, I just need to align, no. Because you are not a man that changes your mind, no. Those that know you will trust in you, not in horses and chariots, but